I think that's how you do that. And we'll add the head onto the list. Oh my god, this is disgusting. And then it'll be a list, and the source will be the same source where this came from. Okay. And now we need a list. There's got to be a better way, but we'll push on. Uh, 448. Nope, I didn't want to copy that. I wanted to copy list. Alright, what do we got? 606. Item cannot have type primop. Really? Is that right? Are you sure? I think it can. I disagree, sir. Characters 14 to item cannot have type primop. Oh, no, I agree now. No, I agree. So we want to get rid of the primop. It's just a function call. Ah, son of a bitch. Shouldn't I have source information here as well? Yeah, I should. And I'm missing that. Okay, well, I'll have to add that in later. That cannot have this type. Right, so it's expecting a vector. Yeah, that's fair. Maybe I don't need the source information here then, because every element of the vector will have source information. Yeah, every element of the vector will have source information, so I don't need to attach it to the vector itself. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, no, that's fair. I don't need the whole vector to have where it came from in the source code. Because every element is tracking that. In which case, what do I want out of this? I think I just want the vector if I don't care about the source, so I should just be able to go merged. In which case we can actually get rid of this. So we don't need that anymore. Yeah. Okay, so the PA part should be fine. Yeah, the PA part's fine. Okay, cool. So we just need to do the same disgusting hat trick for indices as well. Which, no point complaining about it, might as well just do it. We don't need to write this out. That. And then this is expected a list for indices of a scheme. And then rather than PA, this should be I. And then it should complain that, oh. You shouldn't complain there. I think we're missing a paren. We have many parens. I don't think that's enough. Oh, because we add the T somewhere else. Okay, so we just need to return the item, and then we add the source information somewhere down here. Okay, that makes sense. Alright, so this, yeah, this doesn't exist anymore. But I kind of want to reuse some of it. So I think for now we'll just comment it out. We'll come back to that. Okay. Yeah. We'll have schema here. Schema. Okay. Where are we? 49? 49.1. Couldn't find list end. 36.1. Reading a list. 36.1. Oh. Oh, indeed. We missed the parenthesis. Hell yeah. Did you mean the empty list? Empty function call. Right. Right. Fuck, this is now not true anymore. So if we go 13, and where is it? 1320. Yeah, shouldn't it recognize that we're reading a schema though? How does this work? So if we're parsing, parse schema, yeah. Then we try to parse the schema. What does it think params is? I guess it thinks it's a list. And since it's empty, oh, that's not nice. That's quite gross, actually. I guess I can easily convert between them. My god. Okay, so I guess if I turn it into a forest, that kind of fixes my problem though. Because it'll just return a forest. Okay, so, alright, the game has changed. The game has changed. So we're going, params of, so if it's a list, then change it into a forest and parse that instead. Yeah, that's good. Otherwise we'll do the error. Expected a list for parameters of schema. What does this return? Right, and then this will params. And then this has to be a forest? No, this is a reader, not a, and here we're changing to reader. And now this is from the, yeah, okay. So this is from the reader and then this is from the parser. Is that the right way to do it? No, that's absolutely not the right way to do it. From here, I want to return just the vector. Just the vector. I don't care about anything else. And then anything else this, I don't know. What do I write here? Internal error. Parsing a forest should return a forest. Oh, whoops. That should be here. That should do that. Yeah. Okay. Wow, this is getting extremely ugly. Okay. And we don't need to do this anymore, I think. Syntax error. Alright. Ooh, shit. Expression of type item cannot have type T. Fuck. What is reader T? Fuck. How do I make a T? What's the right way to do this? Do I have a generic function that just turns anything to a forest? I mean, I guess that is legal. But is it a good idea? Yeah, I want to pass it as if it was a forest. I guess splice might be the right word for that. I guess so. Yeah, and that makes sense to have. It makes sense to have a splicing operation. You can't splice an atom though. You can splice a list, but not a forest. Can you splice a forest? Maybe. So yeah, I think it makes sense to have a splice operation. So val splice t to t. We'll put that in just before pp. Fun splice. It's probably quicker to do it this way. List ls equals forest ls. Splice forest ls equals forest ls. And splice atom s. Now a good question is what we should do here. Because this is not legal, I think. I don't think it makes sense to splice an atom. We could... Okay, we'll allow it for now. So we'll go to do should splicing an atom be allowed? Return a result. So we'll allow it for now. We'll just turn it into a forest with, I guess with an atom, a forest with a single atom. Vector from list Seems dumb.